Good morning to all. I am Ananda Kumar, Faculty of English on Soft Skills. Welcome to the second session of Successful Career. In last session, we had a discussion about what is called soft skill and the importance of soft skills and the types of soft skills and some steps should be observed for promoting ourselves and all. Now, we are going to observe the second session of the successful career. So, for a successful career and our understanding, understanding of self actualization is very important. Self actualization. The concept of self actualization has its roots in various psychological movements of the early to mid 20th century. But it reached popular attention thanks to the work Abraham Maslow. He's an American psychologist who is today most well known for his hierarchy of needs theory, a theory which incorporates the framework of self actualization. So the theory was developed by Maslow in his 1954 publication, Motivation and Personality. The title of the publication is Motivation and Personality, in which he defined self-actualization as the desire for self-fulfillment, namely the tendency for the individual to become authorized in what he is potentially. To put more bluntly, the self-actualization is about achieving one's full potential. In these terms, success is synonymous with self-actualization. But before you can reach for your self-actualization, you must, first ensure that you have the necessary foundations in place to enable you to then concentrate on fulfilling your, your true potential. So, laying the foundations of career success, fulfilling your hierarchy of needs. The most publicly recognizable aspect of Maslow's research is the idea that before one can achieve self-actualization, or one must first ensure that the basic needs of the humans are met. Maslow defined these needs as psychological needs, safety needs, love and belonging needs, esteem needs, self-actualization needs. Now let's see the needs elaborately, one by one. So the first one is psychological needs. Physiological needs. Sorry for the wrong delivery. Psychological needs not correct, it is like physiological. These are needs that keep us alive, such as food, water, shelter, warmth, sleep and rest. Then the next one is safety needs. So this need, the need to feel safe, secure, stable and unafraid. The next one is, next need is, according to Maslow, love and belongings need. Love and belonging needs. the need to develop friendship and relationships, and to be part of a community. Then another need is esteem needs. So the need to feel self-esteem based on your own achievements, as well as the need to feel respect and recognition from your peers and others. Then the last need is self-actualization. At the top of Maslow's pyramid sits the final step is self-actualization. So the need to pursue and fulfill your unique potential. So Maslow points out of that someone may have the inherent potential to be a great engineer, artist, or scientist, but if they must spend their waking hours focusing on attaining basic needs or the other steps on the hierarchy, vice versa. Example: food safety, love, self esteem, and all. Hierarchy, they will not be, what do you call, they will not be able to achieve their true potential. Whilst higher self-actualization needs are not generally pursued until the lower needs are met. So Maslow pointed out that a need does not have to be completely satisfied for someone to move on to the next need in the hierarchy. Rather, the point is that these lower needs must at least be partially satisfied, not completely. Meaning that is that it is possible for an individual, for an individual to work towards all five needs simultaneously. It is an obvious point, but one that's worth making nonetheless. If you want to achieve a career success, you must first ensure that you have your basic needs fulfilled and not in state of flux or something else. So having a stable, fulfilling a personal life will set you up for career success. Then another important segment in this topic, advice from the famous. We have to see some reviews about the advice from the famous personalities. So the first advice, it is keep it smiling. Yes, keep it smiling. You know the Bill Gates, richest man in this world. So from the richest man, Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, for many years swapped the title of richest man between them. But Gates admires Buffett for keeping the things very simple. From his calendar to reasons for buying companies, and for his ability to boil things down to just work on the things that really count, to think through the basic. It's so amazing. Then the next one is time. It's very precious. It's playing vital role in the success. If you want to become a successful person, keep your time. It's like what you call, we cannot get it back once if you lose it. So The Steve Jobs, the legendary founder of Apple, he said, your time is limited. Yes, your time is limited, so don't waste it having someone else's life. He believed that life was too short to be what you call wasted on the frivolous, like conforming what you call to other people's opinions or thoughts. So what is important is to be guided by one's dreams and intuition. Then another one is say yes. Eric Smith, the CEO of Google, for a decade, he advises find a way to say yes to things. Saying yes to travel, saying yes to meet the people. So learning stuff pushes you out of your comfort zone, creates new what you call experiences, and makes a difference to many lives. So it gets you new job and also builds families. We have to say like the word is abruptly correct, families. So the next one is failure. From the famous writer J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, Harry Potter books, says you will fail, that is inevitable. You will fail, that is inevitable. It's what you do with it. She should know. From the beginning, from the being jobless as a single parent, she began writing and went on to become one of the richest women in the world and the first author to become a billionaire from writing. So, we should not bother about our failure. We just overcome it. We overcome. We try to overcome along with solutions. So the next one is regret. So from the exuberant Sir Richard Branson, the cheerful, energetic founder of the Virgin Group, learned from his mother that setbacks are learning curve and that's not bad. So he is shocked by the time people waste in repenting their failures instead of reducing that energy. So never look back in regret. Move on. To the next thing, next level. So here I would like to give you some tips to enjoy career success. How to enjoy. So everyone dreams of having a highly successful career that they enjoy and that provides them with the lifestyle they desire. The good news is that having a successful, what do you call, a successful career is something that is largely under your own control. If you would like to start enjoying career success, follow these. So, I would like to offer you some 6 tips to enjoy your career success. The first one is choose your job wisely. The first and foremost, the first and by far the most important step to achieving career success is choosing your occupation. So choosing an occupation that will bring you success, thou, comes down to how you define success. Do you want a career that allows you to travel, or a steady job that lets you settle into a pleasant routine? Do you want a career that makes lots of money, or it's money only a secondary reason? Once you define your priorities, you can mold your career around them. Of course, the most important priority is that you choose a career that you enjoy. Not only does an enjoyable career make your entire life more enjoyable as well, it also makes you more likely to succeed, since people always tend to do better at the at the things which they enjoy. Then the second tip, take ownership of everything you do. If you want to succeed in your career, you have to take ownership of both your success and failures. Celebrate your success, analyze them, and learn how you can emulate them and build on them in the future. In the future, you need to take ownership of your failures as well, accepting responsibility for them without letting them drag you down, and learning everything that you can from the mistakes you make. So many times failure is much more effective teacher than success, obviously. And most of most, if not all, the world's most successful people would not be where they are today if they didn't accept their mistakes and learn from them. So take ownership of everything you do. Then the another tip is, don't get stuck. Being or feeling stuck in your career is almost always a state of mind, a predicament of a person's own making. So no matter where you are in your career, you always have the power to make changes. Many times those changes may be frightening or difficult, but that does not mean they won't be beneficial. So, at all points in your career, you need to adapt a mindset of continuous learning and improvement. Never stop working to advance both yourself and your career. And never give into the fallacy, that you are stuck where you are at. Then the next one is, keep a positive attitude. It's very important. Keep a positive attitude. So when you have a positive attitude, positive results will come. Pessimism on the other hand is the enemy of success. Pessimism is able to turn manageable challenges into ones that are insurmountable. So while optimism is able to make every challenge one that you are able to overcome. So start trying to catch yourself when you are thinking a negative thoughts or displaying a pessimistic attitude toward some aspect of your career, and replace them instead with a positive and optimistic outlook. In other words, always look on. Always look on the bright side and have a positive attitude, and the future of your career will be brighter as well, no doubt. So, the another tip is set goals for yourself. Set goals for yourself. One of the most beneficial things a person can do for their career is to set goals for themselves. A set of well thought out goals can serve as a what you call a roadmap to success. Yes, roadmap to success, and providing you providing you with the objectives to meet along the way as you work towards wherever you want to be in your career. Besides, ensuring that you do what it takes to meet the goals that you set for yourself. The most important part of setting goals is making sure the goals you set are beneficial. So a beneficial goal is one that is challenging without being unattainable, and what do you call one that will improve you and your career when you meet it. So, if you can set both short term and long term goals that meet these criteria, it will certainly help you reach the final goal you have for your career, whatever the final goal may be. That's very important. So, set goals for yourself. It's very important to promote your skill set. And learn from feedback. That is the last tip. Learn from the feedback which brings you more information, either positive information or negative information. But as an assertive person, or as an assertive personality, you accept it as it is. When feedback is anything less than positive, it can often be a tough pill to swallow. However, asking for and truly listening to feedback is one of the quickest ways to hone your skills and progress in your career. So no matter where you are, no matter, where you are in your career, there are always going to be people who have a unique perspective to offer, or what you call who may know more about a particular topic than you. So listening to their feedback regarding your work, honestly evaluating whether they are saying is true and useful, and putting what you learn into practice is sure to help you grow in your chosen career. So, my dear students, building a successful career takes time, effort, and requires patience. If you are willing to get out of your comfort zone and stay focused with your career, you surely will succeed. So it is not that hard, honestly. It just takes courage and commitment to follow everything that you have targeted. So I'd like to conclude this session. So far, we are observing the importance of soft skills and successful career, in which we have discussed quite number of information elaborately. I mean, in detailed manner. So I'll come with a new topic in another video lecture. So until thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.